No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Alright, normally I wouldn't make a video on an archetype so soon after a box just released, just because I'm not exactly familiar with the archetype nor confident I can make a consistent deck out of it without a bit of practice and a bit of testing. But Shiranuis are a bit different. This deck can be built however you like, and I'm sure it would still be top tier. So you can say goodbye to Shien, because we have a new top dog when it comes to samurai decks and Duel Links. Like, I am so confident this deck is strong. I've been playing with this deck for a couple of hours now, and even with my pretty obvious misplays due to the archetype being brand new and I'm not familiar with it, my win rate is absurd, and it's not like I'm playing against bad decks. As you'll see in the replays, most of my wins are against invoked variations. And this is with a list that is unoptimized, and probably kinda memey since I'm using Dragon's Mirror. Just a heads up, the talking part of this segment of the video is going to be pretty long, as this deck has a ridiculous amount of new shit for me to cover, as well as a ridiculous amount of combos for me to cover. So how do you play this deck? Well, this deck is based around a whole bunch of synchro monsters. Squire is a level 7 generic synchro who can banish a Shiranui monster you control or from the grave to activate a bunch of effects based on the card banished. If it was a fire type, destroy a spell and trap. If it was a zombie, give all your monsters a 300 attack buff. If it was a synchro, you can destroy one monster on the field, and this is a non-target effect. Sun is your main boss. On summon, you may return synchro monsters from your grave and banish pile back into your deck, to destroy cards equal to the amount returned. If a zombie monster you control is destroy a battle or card effect, you may banish a Shiranui card from your grave instead. Samurai is a level 6 who once per turn during either player's turn can shuffle any banished zombie monster into the deck to change the battle position of all monsters your opponent controls to defense that has a lower attack than the monster returned. If banished, you can target one face-up monster and have it lose 500 attack. Honestly, the effects of this guy are pretty bad, but you do need to have this guy, as summoning a level 6 synchro is something you're going to do quite a lot, just to use it as a beat stick. Shogun is probably going to be your least used synchro, as its level requirement doesn't really match up very well with the deck, meaning the only time you get to use it is with the skill. On summon, you can banish a zombie monster from the grave, and this card gains attack equal to that monster until the end of the turn, so this card can get up to like 5k attack. If destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target a banished zombie and return it to the grave. So how are we summoning these cards? Now this may take a bit of explaining as there are a ton of little combos you can do. The main method is pretty simple, and that is through Squire. On summon, you can special summon one Spectral Sword from your hand or your deck, which are your tuner monsters. By the way, just a heads up, when using this card you won't be able to use Dragon's Mirror during the same turn, as it will only let you special summon zombies. So this can be used to summon Shade, who is your level 3 tuner, which makes instant access to Squire. Or, you can use this to summon your level 2 tuner, which gives you instant access to Samurai, or your other 2 big synchro monsters thanks to your skill. The next method is through Spiritmaster, who on summon can special summon a Shiranui from hand or grave, but it is banished when it leaves the field. So obviously you can use this to summon any tuner, but you can also use this to summon Solitaire. You can tribute this monster to special summon one of your tuners from the deck, and when banished, you can target one of your banished Shiranuis and special summon it. So this combos really well with Spiritmaster, as this card can be banished when it leaves the field, if summoned through Spirit. Which means, since this guy tributes himself, you can really easily summon your Sun. Basically, you tribute this guy, summon your tuner, this will then activate his effect to special summon your level 4 from your banished pile, and you already have a Spirit on the board, so that's an easy level 10. The next methods are through the tuners themselves. Your level 2 within the grave, except the turn it was sent there, can banish itself and a non-tuner zombie to special summon a synchro monster from your extra deck whose levels are equal to the monsters banished. Shade can be tributed to target 2 of your banished zombie type monsters except itself and special summon them in defense position, and negate their effects. So clearly, you can abuse this to special summon your level 2 tuner and another monster for an easy level 6. Last thing I'm going to mention in regards to the Shiranui side of things is of course that most of your monsters come with an effect that activates when banished. Squire draws a card and discards a card. Solitaire special summons a banished Shiranui as mentioned earlier. And Spirit targets a monster and destroys it. This is the reason we use Gold Sarcophagus, as it can give you instant access to each of these banish effects. And finally, the last thing to mention with the deck, Dragon's Mirror. Honestly, you probably shouldn't be running this card, but it does have some really good synergy with the deck, as you can use it to fusion summon monsters by banishing cards from the grave or field, which is perfect for this deck. And of course, the card we are going to be summoning with this bad boy is Dragonecro. This card is awesome. He's a 3000 attack monster that requires 2 zombies, which on a side note, makes it a really great super poly target. It cannot destroy monsters by battle, but at the end of the damage step, if it battled a monster, that monster's attack becomes 0, and you may spawn a token with attack equal to the monster's original attack, which by the way, can attack immediately. That's basically it for the talking part of this video. The rest of the video will just be a bunch of gameplay showing this deck list in action. I'm sorry if the talking part was a bit longer than normal. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, comment if you have any questions or feedback, make sure to check out my Patreon, my Twitch and my Discord down below, which by the way, I will probably be streaming this deck list later on tonight. And if you happen to have $1 lying around and wish to support me, feel free to click that join button down below to support me directly, as well as gain access to a few little neat perks. Enjoy the gameplay!
Hey, big brother, can I watch SpongeBob?
Shut up, Mokuba. I'm busy flagging YouTube videos to compensate for the fact that I have an extremely small penis.
Oh.